Control tab, okay. Hello everybody, hello. There we go, there's the in-game overlay. What the hell? Inosuke! No! Inosuke! My figurine fell. No. My stuffed blanket must have hooked him. Come on. Sit up straight. Oh, and the buffalo fell. Goodness. I guess the loop of the controller hooked onto it, and this blanket, I just got it, and it's a little stiff. I'll have to sleep on it and cuddle with it and use it a bit and soften it out. My shoulders are starting to get some some boosters today, and my shoulders are gonna hurt. That's okay. I have another. Tomorrow is my second day off, and oh, excuse me, goodness. I think I'm gonna do quests around Rothgar. On stream. I can do I'll do Woodley's one world boss here since it's part of the event, and I can go get I think the last thing that's available right now, the last fragment that's available right now. Goodness, this is so stiff, it's almost got like it's got starch in it.
Let's move.
Ooh, wood. Oh, that reminds me, I need to take my evening meds. Everybody remember to take your meds. Okay. What? Lol, what? I mean, I'll hop onto other world bosses. But also, I'll probably scavenge a lot of... Oh my gosh.
That I'm going to get
But
drunk?
getting drunk
That's
isn't
a given
possible.
fact.
You should be able to hold your beer. Better than
Shut up, Ballin. Now my head hurts. I don't like this song anymore. Let's sing something else.
Oh my gosh, really? I want to delete these chariots. I'll get 5,000 of them the next stupid New Life Festival. So I was trying to swell some of them, but that's probably why they didn't sell. Because you could get a fucking bajillion of them.
Come on, help us out here. We have deadlines to meet.
I got one more thing of Skull Explorer, a Skull Explorer style page that I need, but I don't really know if I can even do them right now. Now, can I please go to Rothgar? Anyway, making sure everything posted to my socials. Okay. Damn thing. Scoot the way you're supposed to. Okay, so I'm doing S, so is anybody gonna invite me, or I'm gonna have to do this myself? Whatever.
Thank Mel. One of our elder shamans insists there's an arcane corruption spreading through the hills and forests of Hrothgar. This totem... Wu Shang is eccentric, but he pays well, and his totems are always the king's business. I certainly...
The corruption stirs once again. Actually, that may be indigestion. One moment. No, I was right. The corruption has returned. You must... Ah, yes, the cleansing totem. It appears to be nothing more than... No, it's just a simple matter of holding it above the corruption and concentrate. Yes, something between a belch and a chipmunk chirp. I'm still working up.
Building up a stash. Good thinking.
Here we go! If I don't kill you,
Okay, everybody calm down. Come on.
you won't live to regret this. The ritual interrupted is nearly complete. You will be my final test. Here we go. Get him.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, what is in my mail? Okay, weird. Anyway.
You need not speak. You have done well.
You again. You make a habit of showing up when my lady needs you. Suppose that means we're gonna make another attempt to reach that wretched summit after all. Go present yourself to my lady. She should be coming down the trail at any moment. This is Sorrow. Apt name, don't you think? The House of Orsimer Glories in Orsinium engaged my lady's services to find the shrine of Torag Groigron. It supposedly waits at the snowy top. No one's attempted to climb it in years. Yet here we are. Only if you consider vile beasts, freezing winds, and falling ice to be a problem. We tried to climb the mountain 3 times now, and each failure was more spectacular than the last. If you're interested, Lady Laurent could really use the help. This expedition has really proved to be more troublesome than Lady Laurent anticipated. I hate to say it, but I think this time Sorrow might be more than she bargained for. Famous treasure hunter. I'm sure you've heard of her. We travel the land searching for hidden treasures, secret relics, and other mystical things. I'm not at liberty to tell you much about our work, but it's very important. The House of Orsimer Glories. It's Orsinium's fledgling museum. They hired experts like my lady to scour the countryside for ancient relics related to Hrothgar's history, to display them. Instant culture for the tourists, you see. Legends claim that a powerful relic was buried with Orsinium's founder. At Torag's shrine, my lady hopes to find the armlet of Torag, the bracelet that gave them the power to tame the wilderness. Now, if only Karsten would stop arguing with her. Karsten works for the museum and has been serving as our liaison and cultural expert. It has become clear that he and my lady disagree about a great many things. He's really beginning to try Lady Laurent's patience, I'm afraid to say.
Move that back pillow down just a little bit. Need expires and oh, I gotta go get that.
always worth stocking up. You gonna share? Just kidding, I wouldn't either.
Damn you, Karsten. How am I supposed to make a great discovery when... Oh, hello! I was just thinking about you. You do have a habit of showing up whenever I need help. Perchance you've brought a small army with you as well? Just you. Well, I was hoping for porters and guides and all, but I suppose that I can make do. I'll need to make a few slight adjustments to my plan, but this time we'll reach the summit of sorrow, I'm sure of it. The last 3 times, you mean? We set up one camp, but the harpies in the icy wind cut us down each time we climbed higher. A few orcs even wandered into a chasm because they couldn't see more than 2 paces ahead in the fog. Oh, it all upset me so. To start, head up and present yourself to Karsten while I go check on my lazy manservant Stibbins. We'll meet you up there. And remind Karsten who it is that's actually in charge of this expedition. He can be so uncooperative at times. Why are you still here? Do you need directions or something? We're not just talking about any dead orc. This is Tarig's shrine. Not only was he the founder of the original city of Orsinium, but he was the owner of the armlet of Tarig. Do you know how high my reputation will soar once I recover that relic? According to a scroll fragment I studied, the armlet of Tarig is a magical bracelet encrusted with gems. With its power, Tarig was able to tame the savage wilderness. It allowed the ancient orcs to establish the first city of Orsinium. The museum in Orsinium has it on display. It only contains a few words in the ancient orc tongue, but I was able to make some sense out of it. It talked about the armlet, the shrine, and something called Sorrow's Kiss. Oh, doesn't that sound romantic?
Better overstocked than under.
Always on that harvest. Especially since in the event zones, the drop rate's higher. Oh, they're stolen, that's why. Okay.
Useful. Hold on to that.
Who in the name of Malakath's third tusk are you? Don't you know this is sacred ground? Besides, it's also one of the most dangerous places in all of Hrothgar. You shouldn't be wandering around up here. Oh, she did she? I hope you know what you're getting into. Harpies and ogres are bad enough, but the true challenge of sorrow is the mountain itself. The wind cuts like a sword, and the freezing mist blinds you. But that's not the worst. Avalanches. Sorrow wields her snow and ice with terrible precision. I've seen strong orcs swept right off the side like scoring a slaughter in 7-pick knockdown. We tried 3 times and lost most of our expedition. We're all that's left. To be honest, I'm not sure. We barely made it this far before we got separated from the others. If you could look for our companions, that would be helpful. Regardless, we have to find Torug's shrine or all these sacrifices will be for nothing. The good orcs, each and every one of them. Expert climbers. But Sorrow isn't an ordinary mountain. Best way to find them? They should have placed markers to indicate avalanche areas. Just follow the markers. Sorrow may not be the tallest mountain in Tamriel, but it's certainly one of the deadliest. That's why the ancient orcs built memorials to their champions on its slopes. The higher the location of the tomb, the greater the sacrifice and prestige. We're looking for the shrine of the great orc hero Torug Groegron. Legend says that Torug's shrine sits at the very top of the mountain as befits the founder of the original Orsinium. But it's so high up that nothing can survive there. Extremely. We've already tried to get up there 3 times. We lost the rest of the expedition and had to turn back before we barely got out of the base camp. But the danger will be worth it if we could find Torug's legendary relics. I work for Orsinium's newly established museum. I'm their resident expert on the time of Torug, so the museum sent me to assist Lady Laurent and her manservant. I always dreamed of visiting the shrine, so I jumped at the opportunity. Her reputation brought her to the attention of the museum, and she loves digging around in old tombs. She has a particular interest in an ancient fragment that talks about Sorrow's kiss. She believes it has something to do with Torug's shrine. At first, we got along fine. We both love history and exploring ancient sites. But the woman has been driving me crazy. She lacks the fundamental reverence for the past that separates a scholar from a grave robber. I just don't trust her judgment.
Sivets, don't you dare put down that firewood. It won't do us any good if it gets wet.
You make a sound point, Renee.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait. Let's see what you're made of. Big beast, big loot.
I knew this mountain was going to be the death of us. No, don't waste your time. I'm done for. An avalanche broke both my legs, but I no longer feel any pain. Sorrow is a harsh mistress, and her embrace is cold and deadly. The others, they went on ahead to seek shelter. Don't look so shocked. I'm dying. If they tried to help me, none of us would have survived. Go. Find them. They need your help. More than I...
This one's mine. Who's next?
Oh, dang! No, I didn't. Well, I guess I better go get that. I'm sorry. What? You sure? No, but I'll gather up the garbage and run it outside real quick. I'm sorry, I forgot about the garbage. It's not like the garbage can's not overflowing anyway. Alrighty. You going to bed? Alrighty. Sorry about that. Alright, seat thing. Scoot back. Be scooted back. There we go. Da 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 da. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? What is he doing in my swamp? I'm taking over your swamp. Oof.
All dead, just as I feared. Wait, what's this? Fascinating.
Oof.
Most of the monuments up here are inscribed with 3-stanza epitaphs. It was a common practice. This rubbing appears to be Tarug's first stanza. It's written in Old Orcish, proclaiming the memorial's inaccessibility. They found Tarug's shrine. Well, obviously they found the shrine higher up on the mountain. As to why they came here to die, I have no idea. Maybe the cold or a lack of supplies drove them down. Or they were coming back to meet us. Let us know that they reached the shrine. Let me translate this rubbing. No looters, no lesser orcs. Remarkable. We should try to find the other 2 stanzas. If I can read the entire epitaph, it might point us to the location of the armlet of Torug. After that, we'll see.
Poor orcs. Stibbons, be a dear and bury them.
Don't be ridiculous. They died well. Leave them where they fell.
Leave them? Out in the open? How barbaric.
Orcs don't bury their dead. And these are the first orcs to rest on Sorrow in generations. We won't steal that honor from them.
Fine. You are the expert, after all.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Another stanza. Incredible. Torog took the armlet to the very summit. But this word...
Come now, Stibbins. Keep up.
Right behind you, milady, as always.
This cold is unbearable. Stibbins, the firewood.
A fire! Splendid idea, milady. I'll just... Oh my!
If this is Torog's shrine, where's his body?
Milady, you need to see this.
Build the fire here. I need more light. Maybe there's a hidden door.
Lady Clarice Laurent, I insist you listen to me.
What are you going on about, Stibbins? Can't you see I'm trying to... Oh. I suggest a strategic retreat.
I wholeheartedly agree, milady.
Let's stand back here and let Karsten and our friend work in peace, Stibbins.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Eventually I'll save it and get an adjustable webcam. Oh my gosh, can I please just play my video games without corruption, please? I'm tired. Okay, if I get cold, I'll just Set that down. Shit. Shit, don't keep getting fucking tangled on something. Oh my gosh.
Found the third stout somebody.
Quiet, Stibbons. There might still be ogres about. Quickly, Karsten. What does it say?
Let me take a look. Torg wasn't free to the summit. He wanted to rest at the top.
Does it say anything about the armlet of Tarek?
He carried it to the summit. It says he laid Sorrow's kiss upon it. Yes, Zubka. I'm certain it's kiss.
Sorrow's kiss? The same phrase from the fragment. Doesn't that sound so romantic, Stibbons?
Very sentimental, lady. But are you sure that doesn't say Zugra?
Now, Stibbons, really, leave the translating to the experts. In the meantime, I must speak to our friend. Isn't this wonderful news? To protect his own tomb from looters and to ensure his legend among his people, Tarek climbed to the summit, and he took his relics with him. Now, be a dear and go up there and retrieve the armlet of Tarek for me? Ugh, haven't we been over this? I swear, sometimes I think you hear one word I say out of every 3. You're almost as bad as my manservant Stibbons. Of course, it's written in stone. The ancients never lied when they were chiseling words into stone, you know. The new museum will be the wonder of Tamriel with such a relic as the armlet of Tarek in its collection. Hyperbole to keep undesirables from venturing up. And even if there's some modicum of truth to the tale, all you need to do is grab the armlet. Easy as eating a sweet roll. Now, the thin air might make you lightheaded, but you can handle that. I don't agree with Karsten about many of his orcish ideas, but on this point, we're in perfect alignment. The proper translation is Sorrow's kiss. Now go and get the armlet while we see what other relics we can acquire for the museum.
Sorry, just don't want no one to have to hear me chew. But what's over here? Oh, wait, no. Alright, everybody, load in. Sharp, unbothered as ever. Well,
Look, our friends have returned to their senses. Oh, I told you they weren't dead, Stibbins.
And look, that must be the armlet of Torog. I refuse to let you go through with your plan, Lady Laurent.
Really, Karsten, not that again. We clearly Stibbins, see to our friends.
You missed all the drama while you were unconscious. Lady Laurent and our helpful orc had a dreadfully intense argument about the armlet of Torog. Oh, it was wonderful to watch. It's the thin air up here, but whatever you did made the weather calm down, so we followed you up. That's when Karsten and Lady Laurent started arguing. Karsten thinks the shrine would be a better location to display the armlet than the museum. Oh, most indubitably. The museum hired her to acquire relics, and she hates to disappoint. Perhaps you could talk to them, help them reach a decision that gets us someplace warm, hmm? You better let me hold on to the armlet, just to be on the safe side.
I'm glad you recovered the armlet of Torog. But before you decide what to do with the relic, you need to hear what I have to say. So it would seem. This shrine stands as a tribute to our past glories. It reveals an age when orcs thought nothing of sacrificing dozens of warriors to build memorials to our strength. It sets the kind of example that the new Orsinium needs. The armlet of Torog should remain in his shrine. Make sure every orc climbs Sorrow to see it, to understand what our ancestors were capable of achieving. In this way, the relic will become a symbol to bind our people together. Surely you can see that. Of course. Sorry I got all emotional. You climbed the summit, you found the relic. You should be the one to decide what happens to it next. Just be careful. Lady Laurent has a silver tongue and a single-mindedness that borders on reckless at times.
I don't know what's gotten into Karsten. Why would anyone want to climb all the way up to the shrine to see an ancient relic when there's a perfectly quaint museum down in Orsinium? I would say so. The museum specifically tasked us to retrieve relics and bring them to Orsinium. History is meant to be admired, not left hidden in the past. Karsten's plan means I will have failed in my mission, and Lady Laurent never fails.
called me a prude, but I'm just like, well, he's an orc. He should decide what to do with his ancient relic. And I'm sure there are other relics you can grab from the shrine.
I'm glad you recovered the armlet. So it would... The armlet of Torog should remain in his shrine. Make sure every orc climbs Sorrow to see it, to understand what our ancestors were capable of achieving. In this way, the relic will become a symbol to bind our people together. I knew you'd see it my way. Soon every orc will be able to make the pilgrimage to Torog's sacred shrine and gaze upon this important relic. You have done the orcs a great service today, my friend.
You sided with Karsten? After all we've been through?
It's been decided. Torog's relic stays in Torog's shrine.
The poor orcs have to climb up here to see a piece of their heritage? That's positively criminal.
Wait, what's Stibbins doing with the relic?
A little faster, Stibbins. I'm anxious to see what the relic actually does.
But, my lady, what if I'm not worthy?
Nonsense. We're not afraid of legends and superstitions, are we?
No, my lady. Of course not. Well, here goes nothing.
Oh, Stibbins. What did you do this time?
Maybe your manservant was right. Maybe it does say Sorrow's curse.
Stibbins always finds a way to turn the simplest task into an ordeal. I don't know why I let him accompany me on my adventures. But what about you? I can't believe you agreed with Karsten instead of me. And what am I supposed to tell the House of Original Galleries, or whatever it is the orcs call their museum? That they have an annex all the way up here? Wait a moment. That's a great idea! I'm a genius! You inspired me again, my faithful friend. Someone at the Mages Guild will help me thaw out Stibbins. It may take weeks to warm him up, but he'll be fine. This didn't turn out as planned, but it'll do. Lady Laurent, founder of the Shrine of Sorrow. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Oh my gosh, it's the British Museum all over again. Although I did prevent her from stealing it. Well, I guess she was going to give it to the Orcish Museum, but whatever.
Give me a moment and I'll open a portal back to our base camp.
A portal? So why did we have to make that harrow and climb?
Teleportation is a delicate business. I can't just open a portal to some place I've never seen.
Good thinking. Let's thaw out a little before we get moving again.
Careful! Don't crack my manservant. Honestly, you orcs approach everything like you're going to war.
Perhaps you'd like to carry him, Your Majesty.
Alas, this one has no coats to sell. But there are...
Wait, you left the amulet up there? Up on that damn mountain? That doesn't mean we have to go back up there to get it, does it? What's wrong with me? Just look! My guts are busted all to pieces. See how swollen my ankle is? I'm on death's doorstep here and no one cares. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were a master healer. Everyone knows that when you get your guts beaten up, the juices gather down in your ankles. Look, you can't tell me how to feel. I get enough of that from Stugrush. You weren't there. All that snow and ice crashing down on us. We should all be dead as drunk mice on Amorndas. It's damn near a miracle any of us survived. An avalanche? Try 6 avalanches. That mountain is cursed. There's something wrong with it, and I don't have any interest in finding out what it is. I just need to go back home, see a healer about my, my injuries, and that's that.
So, Torug's armlet remains on the mountain, eh? Good. Gives me an excuse to head back up there. This damn hill won't beat me twice. Yeah, I'm fit as a sodding fiddle, can't you tell? Ah, of course I'm not all right. That damn mountain beat the piss out of us. Not your fault. Something about this mountain, like it's possessed, doesn't want us up there. But to oblivion with that. If I want to climb a damn mountain, I'm gonna climb it. No pile of rocks is gonna tell me what to do. Avalanche. We'd already lost a few of these grunts before we reached the second marker. Damn near froze solid. By the third marker, we were at half strength. Just before the fourth, that's when things really went south. It was a mess. Snow, hail, wind, ice. I thought the whole damn mountain was gonna fall over. Got hit 5 or 6 times before we tucked tail. Cracked some ribs, collarbone too. But that won't keep me down. I'll beat this mountain yet.
My father crafted armor for Kurog himself, friend. And I'm twice the smith my father was.
relic hunter returns. Tell me, was your search for Uzdabik's helm successful? There's a display case just waiting to be filled. So it really does exist. Sometimes you never know when you're dealing with myth and legend. Could I trouble you to take it downstairs and place it in its display? In the meantime, I'll find that list of relics I mentioned the last time we spoke. You mean as curator? That's an interesting story. I guess you could say that I'm a city orc. Born and raised in Wayrest, educated at the finest Breton academies. King Kurog and I met during his travels, and when he offered me this museum, I said yes. Oh, you mean the clan tattoo? Yes, well, I guess you could say that was a gift of sorts. I toured the various clan strongholds when I first arrived, and Chief Bosrog of the Farun clan insisted that I allow his wise woman to mark me. The king wants to preserve and display the culture and history of this land. He believes that a museum is an integral component in the rebuilding of Orsinium and the establishment of the Orsimer Kingdom, and I heartily agree. It's so nice to have a little help around here. Thanks for finding that historic treasure and setting it on its display. But this is only the beginning. The wilds of Hrothgar are brimming with all sorts of important antiquities. Indubitably, you've got a talent for relic hunting, and I'd be remiss if I didn't take advantage of that. Here's a list of the relics I believe await us in the wilds of Hrothgar. Find them, bring them here, and the museum will reward you handsomely. Remember to check the list. We have very specific needs.
Did you really meet Isgramor himself? I never should have left Oredan.
Stolen goods? Not so loud. What is it? Hey, Bonnie. Zira needs you in the den. Said she has something for you.
So much to do.
Let me just take a little look here, see where I can find a... Is it stew guy? Okay. Well, then let me just... I'll go grab this, shadow fan real quick. Hunt this antiquity.
can't even hear myself think here.
Well, I need to go and get this thing, so I'll go to whatchamadoodle.
To the side!
Get roasted, idiot.
Good to get stocked up.
Oop.
Exotic!
Oh. It's 12 hours, so if I think it resets at 5 a.m. Aquarium ES2 is reset.
Open for business.
Alright, Stuga. Stuga, where are you? Stuga, the fuck are you?
Well?
Take it from me. Your goods are safe here. Especially safe from me. They don't let me handle anything. I have to pass it all to a trusted intermediary.
longer than I'd planned.
What do you want?
Oh, fuck it, I'll just look it up.
Why must I suffer so?
Help me turn my luck.
Daggerfall, Davin's Watch, Merchant's Gate. Collections tab.
I don't deserve this.
Alright! Okay, I got that. Excuse me. Ambassador.
If you have a letter from the Forge Mother, then you've come to the right place. And we don't even care that you're one of those Nord-loving, lizard-liking, preening like a dark elf, card-carrying members of the Ebonheart Pact. No offense. And here I am, all the way from the icy nethers of Hrothgar, to officially welcome you and transport you to Orsinium. Of course, I'm also supposed to make sure you're willing to do a little hard work. There's no room for shirkers on my wagon. I sent a caravan full of food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything will be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. The caravan's slow. I want you to catch up with it and see it safely to the city. The caravan should have just entered Hrothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. If those supplies don't reach the city, the smaller clans don't stand a chance. With so many resources diverted to rebuild the city of Orsinium or to fend off Reachman invaders, the smaller clans haven't prepared for the coming winter. For many orcs, the supplies on that caravan could mean the difference between life and death. Well, not me personally, but yes. Orsinium is going to be grander and more magnificent than any previous version of the city. King Kurog has invited artisans and merchants from all over Tamriel to help with the effort, not just adventurers like you.
I have 2 brand new pair of socks. Would you like to have them?
That's the king's beloved mother. The king is too busy waging war and cracking skulls to be bothered with sending invitations. He leaves all the administrative details to the Forge Mother. She's very good at such things.
Ellos compran unas carteras.
Invaders from the Reach, the Winterborn. They're following a mad warlord named Yurfan Iceheart on some insane quest to take our land. But we're not going to let that happen. We've got something the Reachmen don't. A secret weapon. Our Achater. What's an Achater? The big animal next to me. That's an Achater. Don't you have them around here? Sweet things, really. We use them for all sorts of things. Transportation, pack animals, beasts of burden. They even make delicious cheese. I can't get into too many details because I don't really know myself. I'm sure it has something to do with rebuilding the city of Orsinium, getting the clans in line, and dealing with the Reach invaders. It's kind of hectic in Hrothgar right now. It's complicated. Well, no, not really. Kurog saved Emmerich's arse during Ranser's war, and we do our part for the Alliance. But there's no way we're letting Covenant forces get anywhere near Orsinium. This situation requires a more personal touch. Who sacks Orsinium every time we rebuild it? The Bredons and the Red Guard. Sure, we're allies now, but how long is that going to last? So the king put it in writing. No Breton or Red Guard armies in Hrothgar. Ever. Says so in the treaty. I can take you as far as the border gate. Then I have to come back in case anyone else shows up with an invitation. Just catch up to the caravan and escort it to the city. Then introduce yourself to Forge Mother Alga. She's expecting you. Let's go.
Necesitamos abrir la puerta.
Ella es tu amiga.
¿Ella es tu amiga?
Periódico.
What are you doing? We can't let Chief Bosrog deal with the Winterborn by himself.
You could craft something nice with that.
I didn't come all this way to die, Elf. That isn't what I signed up for.
Damn it! Where are all these Winterborn Anyone
Don't worry
see
about
that
me.
Chief and his warriors?
It's just a flesh wound.
Anyone?
All I see Death and Iceheart's damn Winterborn. A whole lot of Winterborn.
I have a good mind to give those Winterborn a taste of their own pudding. But then...
No, Evely Sharp Arrow. I want to talk to her.
Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterborn came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the Orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Bosrog and his warriors arrived. Our caravan was heading for Orsinium, the new Orc city, when the Winterborn landed on the wagons like flesh flies on skeever pie. The Orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills. In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding. Besides, before we could rally our forces, Chief Bosrog and his Orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders. I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Bosrog is big and mean and looks like he can fight. But there were an awful lot of marauders. Iceheart's Winterborn won't stop until Bosrog and all the Orc peasants are dead. You better hurry.
That's right.
I will. Eventually. Maybe. I mean, look around. These people are injured. What happens if the Winterborn come back? Someone has to protect them, keep them from being picked off one by one. Anyway, I'll keep them safe while you help Chief Barsrock. This caravan brought me. I thought we already covered that. Oh, you mean specifically? The invitation. You got one too, didn't you? It talked about testing yourself against the most savage land in Tamriel. That was a challenge I couldn't pass up. He's a chief, in charge of an orc clan or something. If you ask me, he's got more than a chip on his shoulder. It's a whole damn mountain. I don't think he's a big supporter of King Korog, but he saved us before he went to help the peasants. No, we were the caravan guards. Basrog said he was on patrol, looking for Winterborn marauders. Some scary Reach warlord named Iceheart leads them. Even Basrog seemed a bit nervous just talking about him. Now go help the chief before it's too late.
Keep your heads down and don't move. Chief Basrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can.
We found them. Leave no orc alive.
Somebody help us, please! There's more of them. Watch out! Back to the caravan. Stupid. There are still some of us hiding in the cave near the waterfall. You have to help them too.
Good to get stocked up.
I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here, I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart. He froze them solid. The bastards got magic, the likes of which I've never seen. Yes, I'm with Basrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterborn attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasants.
Puedo.
Cierra.
Z.
You're Fawn Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterborn warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous. I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those supplies. Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Chief Bosrog went to track down the marauders and find the supplies. If he fails, I don't know what we're going to do. Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to. If you happen to pick up their trail, find Chief Bosrog. He'll know what to do. Leave no stone unturned. Anything you uncover could prove useful.
Where did you take our supplies? Every second until you tell me what I want to know. The clan peasants. Are they on their way to Orsinium?
The soldiers escorted them and the wounded outsiders. They should be safe enough.
Safe enough isn't good enough. Go after them. I'll continue to look for the Winterborn and the missing supplies. You're the outsider who leaped into the bear's den to fight the Winterborn? Ulshan, the Wood Elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. Ah, yes. The King's invitation. And what a royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. And as much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me wrong. Unfortunately, not even orcs are immune to greed. War provides too many opportunities for those willing to trade in lives and suffering. Gold. It turns brother against brother. We were better off when we bartered for everything we needed. Look for anything that would link this traitor to the note you found. Someone with a lot of gold to spend would be a good start. Then there are the Khajiit traders that were mentioned. How many of the cat people could there be in Orsinium? I'm the chief of the Foreign clan, one of the oldest and strongest clans in all of Hrothgar. Kurog makes it sound like tradition is a bad thing, but by Malakath's broken tooth, tradition is the lifeblood of our culture. It's who we are. You're a long way from home, sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. That's a good way to get it cut off, at least in my stronghold. Still, Malakath would call me a fool if I turned down help when it was freely offered.
Seriously, is that Keith David? Must be Keith David. Okay, cool.
Watch your pockets.
Hail, champion of the Crucible!
with interest. About time. Maybe he finally sold some of those trinkets he loves so much.
I ain't complaining and I ain't asking questions. I'm just glad I finally got paid. It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you? I don't see how that's any of your business. And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well, think again. I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be or I'll hit you with my mug. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for
Una
Gulag?
foto bonita.
By Trinamax deformed toe, if this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. All right, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing, then I might have information that will help you. Do you agree? Right. You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell him. He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him. If you ask me, it smells like a dead horker left out too long in the sun. Follow that scent and it'll lead you right to him.
I'm not going to work in this inn forever. That's my father's dream, not mine. Me? I plan to travel, see the world, go out and make a name for myself. Just like King Kurog did.
Good scent. It's almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us. He's got the luck of Joan and Jode, even if he smells like a dead horker.
This one hopes we are blessed with half his luck and twice his gold, but not his scent.
族風疑似銭維持
We're merchants, yes. From a faraway land. We bring strange and exotic goods to the people of Orsinium. Once we are set up and open, this one will be happy to show you our wares. We are new to this city. Where the one we do business with goes, we do not know. But when he left us, he headed east, toward the residential district. Of course, all the districts of this city look the same to this one. Curious, are you? Our business is quite legal, rest assured. Not all Khajiit practice illicit trades, no matter what you may have heard.
I
We
do
sell
like her fur
elixirs
pattern.
of health, cures for illnesses, headache remedies, those sorts of things.
시생
That is a word, yes. The best for the best price. You won't find a lower price in the city, once we're actually open. But if it's gulag you seek, just follow the smell. It is quite prominent and it lingers like unwanted house guests.
Stanky boy.
This bath is ours for as long as we want. I paid
You
in
didn't
advance.
have 2 gold pieces to rub together last time I saw you, Gulag. What changed?
Fortune happened, my lovely. And it fell right into my lap. Now, come here and do the same and we'll both feel better.
Have you really been to the Alliance capitals? Are they as grand as the tales make them out to be? I'd love to visit them someday.
And who might you be? Go find another bathhouse. I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this, Gulag, darling. I'm going to go and get something to drink.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. Just takes time. And multiple applications. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn.
necesitamos abrir la puerta.
No, I can explain. The people of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people. The outlying clans, they're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives. A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me. Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally. It's good to meet like-minded individuals. You have my thanks. The poor of this city can take comfort in knowing they can afford the tonics they need. I'll find a way to repay you. Don't you worry about that.
Come to think of it, we need public bathhouses. Just publicly funded public bathhouses. That way, you know, homeless people or lower income, you know, they could take a shower and and feel better about themselves.
Once again, welcome to Orsinium. I look forward to working with you on this grand endeavor. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother? I am a high priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Alga to help revive the ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity. I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how is your journey? We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared for. Truly, perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies? You located the stolen supplies. Trinimac surely has sent you to us in our time of need. Take this as a reward for helping our people. And you must present yourself to Forge Mother Alga and tell her everything. Oh, look, here she comes now.
Is this one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess?
Yes, Grand Forge Mother.
Thank you, Solgra. I will speak to the outsider. Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So, our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? Orsimer can do anything when we work together. The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Yorfan Iceheart. Where are the supplies? Trinimac smiles upon us, then. My son, King Korog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies. There are two things my son can't resist. Food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it. The Winterborn pose a threat to all of Hrothgar. Yorfan Iceheart in particular has long been a thorn in our side. The king issued the order to invite you to our land. If the Winterborn are defeated thanks to that order, the clans will take notice. Of course, but many of our best warriors are off helping the Alliance. Besides, the other clan chiefs are too busy seeking their own glory. My son needs someone at his side who has nothing to prove. Someone without an axe to grind. Someone like you. The accursed Winterborn of the Reach. Under the Longhouse Emperors, they dominated these mountains. But the mountains belong to us now. We've driven the cowards back, but their leader, Yorthon Iceheart, still lives. It's time to change that.
For King Korog! For Orsinium!
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear, the Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer. Kirog summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but damn if it doesn't keep eluding us. We need to get inside the fort. Find out where they're spawning those abominations. The damn harpies! We can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all our sakes. This is the Winterborn's final stand. We destroy the Briarhearts, while Kirog deals with their warlord, Iceheart. If we succeed, Kirog will have ended a threat that has plagued us for far too long. Maybe then I'll consider accepting him as our king. Surprising, isn't it? We're pretty sure they're all connected through the Hag Ravens, or whatever you call those ugly old hags. It wouldn't surprise me if the Briarhearts are also their creation. They're all vile, a lot of them. The Briarheart warriors are like the undead, only worse. They talk to each other, think on their own, behave just like any other soldier. But there's no way they're alive. Not with half their chest hanging wide open. I guess you haven't experienced a Winterborn raid yet. You can actually see their foul hearts beating inside their open chests. Except they aren't hearts at all. More like some sort of malignant growth. It's unsettling to see, to say the least. You can say that. It started when he claimed the title of king. Many chiefs aren't ready to bend their knee to Kurog. It's not the Orc way. But Kurog knows how to conduct a battle. Look around. No clan could muster a force such as this. Kurog believes that the Orcs need a united kingdom. We've banded together to defend our land. Beyond that, you'll see. The Winterborn have been ransacking Hrothgar for years. At least Kurog has brought us together to try to put an end to that. Perhaps. But tradition sometimes is too high a wall to climb over. We're a proud and stubborn people. New ideas, they frighten us. And Kurog is full of new ideas. A new city, a new god. It's more than many of us can take. But if he wins the day...
I want all the soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort. Iceheart won't escape from me this time.
Our soldiers know what to do, Kurog. You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. Do you always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are? Troll breath. So, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurog, king of the Orsimer. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of chubloon. You hungry? I do enjoy a good meal before a fight. It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your Fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords, and frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming, so I'm expecting a good fight. You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair, and it probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsidium and feast! We need to find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commanders and see if they can get us inside.
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege.
You heard him! For the king!
Get down! Damn it! I lose more soldiers that way.
Looks like General Dulf could use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Korok should be walking around out in the open, but I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with. If you want to become bird food, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the Harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish. Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the Harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared without a trace. A volunteer. I appreciate that kind of go-get-'em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them. The main path is too well defended. You'll be a lamb led to the slaughter if you go that way. Our siege provides some cover, so you might be able to sneak around the left side of the fort. And the right side is clear, except for the Harpies. I sent the Wood Elf and one squad to set fire to the Harpy nests. The other squad is supposed to find the source of the Briarhearts and put an end to that threat. But everything hinged on dealing with the Harpies. We just can't get past the birds. My siege engineers can easily calibrate the trebuchets to launch direct strikes against the Eyrie towers. They just need something to target. That's the first squad's mission. Mark the Eyrie so we can knock it out of the sky. The Winterborn zombies? Not much. Our alchemist, Alinen, has some experience dealing with the Reach. He thinks the Hag Ravens grow the hearts, planting them and harvesting them like grapes from a vine. A disgusting image, I know, but that's Alinen. That's what Alinen thinks. As long as he can put a stop to the foul things, I don't care how crazy his ideas sound. But he's with the second squad, somewhere on the other side of those walls. Without Alinen...
Let's ride.
You could craft something nice with that. Been on the lookout for that. Let's see the bait out.
He's the leader of the Winterborn Reachmen. Last of the 13 warlords that invaded Hrothgar, in fact. Yurfan's a tough son of a horker, I'll give him that. I let him know we were on our way. Hopefully that'll spice up the battle to come. But of course, I sent an archer to shoot a message over the wall the other day, just to give him a little notice. It was the honorable thing to do. It's what...
Let's make this quick.
Oh, hey. Oh, thank you for the follow. Sorry if I didn't notice your messages earlier. I kind of got, I get focused on what I'm doing. I mean, I would, if you're gonna do Elder Scrolls Online, I'd recommend just go ahead and paying for premium so you can have the infinite crafting resources bag, because it helps keep your inventory decluttered. It's still very very active.
Who's next?
They have another chapter. They have another chapter coming out in June, I think. But it's as it's simple to get into, but especially when you start getting into different builds and considering your playstyle, it can get complex. Let's see, if you just depends on class, and I mean there are various website resources you can use to help select your different skills. It depends on whether or not you get a like a monthly, a 3-month, or like a yearly. So like I have the 3-month and it's like $50 something, and you get crowns when the payment's taken out. Yeah, I am.
Of course, absolutely. We've been praying to Malakath for centuries, and where has that gotten us? Not very far from what I could see. I'm not a fanatic or anything, but Trinimex's ideals, honor, truth, and unity, the Orsimer can use some of that right now.
Buongiorno. Although I don't know what time. Oh, thank you. I'm really inconsistent with my streams, honestly. I'm currently saving up for a gaming PC so I can install other games to just have sitting on there to be able to boot up. Let's see. I need to... No, I don't play fighting games. My carpal tunnel gets too bad to play those. I do play Resident Evil. When I get my new PC, I'm gonna maybe install Skyrim, and maybe either if I can't, maybe I can see if I can recover my old save file, and if not, I guess start it all over from scratch. Oh, I work as a concierge. Gotta do what you gotta do, but at least I think in Italy your healthcare isn't as fucked up as it is over here. Let's see, where am I going? I'm learning Spanish, but I think I only know how to cuss in Italian. Well, hobbies are good. They're enrichment. So where the fuck am I supposed to be headed? Rendezvous with the orc squads. Maybe. I don't know when I will, though. Squads, rendezvous with orc squids. I am not comfortable sharing my Discord to a person I just met. I'm sorry.
Soldiers, lower your weapons. Looks like reinforcements have arrived.
Can you... Damn it, I'm stuck. There we go.
You and the king have come to our aid? We're honored. But we've been trapped in here for too long. We still have a mission to complete. Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we
I'm
penetrated
really
the
not
walls.
comfortable with
Harpies from
that.
above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this tower. We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left. I hope she's as good of a shot as she claims to be. Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with the Harpies. If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into position so she can loose her signal arrows. Then the catapults can do their work. We need to hurry. We've lost too much time already.
Bruh, I just told you I'm not comfortable just accepting random people on Discord. And I have given you my answer. No.
Those harpies aren't going to kill themselves.
So many stairs.
No time for complaints either. We have a mission to complete.
All right. Pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting winds, flying birds trying to eat us, fire everywhere. But that up there, that's a stationary...
Tower secure. Good work, outsider. The Wood Elf is right behind me.
I'm getting really really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? How typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal. Do me a favor and don't... Ares destroyed, no problem. Now, let's find the Breton outpost.
The Winterborn know how to set up a defense. This will be a battle to remember.
But yeah, sorry dude, I just don't accept random people on Discord, so... My advice is to maybe have a Twitter or have some kind of site you can promote. Yeah.
Alright. On the count of 3, I'll just run and not look back. Wait, who's there?
So this is where the...
I recognize that orc standing beside you. That's King Kurog. I'm honored that you and the king came to find me. I just wish you had gotten here sooner, before the rest of my squad was lost. Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But the Winterborn, they found us, overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters. Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine. I know their beliefs, the way they attune with nature. Those Briarhearts, they're as natural as you and I. I have an inkling, but I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead me right to the source of the Briarhearts. But you'll need to keep me alive. A lot of people are counting on...
Whoops. Sorry, dude.
Oh, good. You found him.
I love being the king.
Come, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Keep your eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural.
You mean these things growing out of corpses?
Something odd, out of place. Something like this. Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for. This sapling is but a root, however. Small part of a greater whole. Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. The Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it. We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows, and hopefully destroy it, roots and all. Reach magic invades nature, the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome. It needs to be weakened before we lay siege. Find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these little ones. Leave the elf here if you would. I could use the protection. Leave the sapling I found alone. I'll use it to prepare and test my elixir while you burn as many of the others as you can. By the time you return, I'll have developed a poison powerful enough to eat with the central tree's weakened defenses. No, not exactly. In some ways it's the same, but in many others it's completely different. The last time I dealt with Reach magic, they were utilizing vines as big as you or I. This is an entirely new type of twisted magic, even for them. I'm completely confident of my abilities. That's just my nature. At its core, Reach magic is all the same. They just employ different vessels for their perversions. Once you know how to kill one vile and twisted plant, you can kill them all.
Of course. I said, usually the only way to make the clan chiefs come together is to throw an imminent threat in their faces. Luckily, we have the Winterborn. Getting the chiefs to work together? Huh. That's like trying to feed salad to a wood elf. You don't know how things work in Hrothgar, do you? None of the chiefs feel strong enough to challenge me, but only the most loyal actually submit to my authority. And unfortunately, I had to send most of the loyal ones off to help the Covenant. Mind your tongue, Horker. But no, I'm plagued by the same circumstances that have kept us from becoming a truly great people. Most of the remaining chiefs won't give up their independence, and we can't finish building Orsinium until they do. I need the full support of the clans, which I don't have. Yet. Ah. I promised myself I wouldn't worry about this. That's for tomorrow. Today, we kill Iceheart and retrieve the supplies. Maybe that will get more clans to commit to my vision. Maybe.
Direct fertilizer.
I do love a good roasting. Look at it burn!
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
Winterborn have any magic that isn't just vile and disgusting?
You keep fighting, even though you're already defeated. What sad little creatures you are. You think you are clever, burning tiny saplings. But they are mere children compared to our beloved tree. Your actions do not surprise me. Orcs and allies all believe they are stronger than the Reach. Foolish even to the end. I am preparing myself. Going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon the orcs who befoul our land. Angry, I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I have joined the ranks of the Briarheart warriors, that anger will fuel
And
my
of course, once I
vengeance
told
and
that
bring
dude no,
justice
he's
to my
not.
people.
He's gone quiet.
What haven't the orcs done? They claim land that rightfully belongs to the Reach. They attack and kill my people. They eat food that should be eaten by Winterborn. They are animals. And not even the help of outsiders will save them from my wrath. Our magic, you will never understand. To receive a Briarheart is a precious gift. To receive one while I'm still alive, that is a singular honor. The Hag-Ravens give us these gifts, even as they care for the tree upon which the sacred fruit grows. What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of your own doom. I would feel sorry for you, but instead I just want to kill you even faster. Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It hates you, you know, because you burn its babies. I will kill you for doing that too, once I get my Briarheart. You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Ah! Your tools are useless! The tree's roots run strong and deep. But please, feel free to give it a try. The Hag-Ravens will eat your eyes and use your body for fertilizer.
Bye, bitch.
I don't suppose you maybe might have seen Alanon on your way back? Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone. Right, that's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten them yet. What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
Don't blame the elf. She was just following orders. Tell you the truth, I need more soldiers like her in my army.
Good thinking. Let's thaw out a little before we get moving again.
It's about time you got here. Do something before I roast up here. Don't just stand there and watch me. What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy bag. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol. No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree, otherwise the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here, somehow. Find the Hagraven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Evelie, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the elixir and destroy that tree. Finish this, for me.
There you are! I was looking all over for... Hey! How'd Alanon get up there? That doesn't look very safe. I'm not 100% certain, but I bet I could break the chain holding up the cage with a few well-placed arrows. Sure. Don't worry. I've got this. You don't suppose the cage will shatter on impact, do you? No worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time, but that totally doesn't count. I told Bomphor not to move. Go on. I'll take good care of the alchemist. Hey, Alanon! I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow, the cage will fall into the fire with me inside.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Move it!
What vile sorcery! We'll all be better off when this tree finally burns.
around the tree. The Winterborn are on their way. Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed! Should have run. Skill they choose.
That is a mountain of guts and gore.
Kill the intruders!
Always finding room for improvement.
Much better. One more problem solved.
Easy.
Now, let's go take care of Iceheart.
Guts and organs, yum. Henry Smith does not sound like an Italian name.
Iceheart and the supplies are still in there. We can't leave yet.
I just need to catch my breath. I'll be fine.
They tried to roast you. That's not how we define fine where I come from.
Compared to some of my adventures, this was practically a day at the fair.
Okay, mutton chops.
The wood elf got me out of that cage with a damn fine strike. Damn fine. And you handled the Briarheart tree perfectly. Well done. Indubitably. I watched the roots burn with my own eyes. The siege commander needs to hear about this, so we can press the advantage and put an end to the Winterborn threat. As for me, I'm going to relax. Somewhere in Orsinium with a very large drink. You have your report, soldier. Return to the siege commander, and let's finish off these Winterborn bastards.
All right, let's go. If you have any questions before we go in there, now's the time. I can see why my mother was so insistent about you. You're pretty good in a fight. I was gonna do this by myself, but I'm damn glad I waited for you. I'd be a fool to challenge Iceheart without you. Confident? Yes. Stupid? No. Your fine Iceheart is a legend among the Reachmen. For a while, we didn't even think he was a real person. But he's very real. And if the rumors are true, he's gonna be extremely difficult to kill. They say Yurfan has ice in his veins, that he can freeze an orc's blood with a flick of his wrist. Probably an exaggeration, but we should be careful. Either way, between the two of us, I'm certain we can beat him. Of course, more or less. But in case the battle goes badly, I should thank you now. I haven't fought alongside anyone I trusted since I became king. It's been an honor. Enough with the deep conversation. You ready to smash Iceheart's face?
Alright, time to go beat some ass.
Children has come to die. Your soldiers failed, Kurov, and so will you.
I love it when my enemies mock me. Helps me work up a good rage.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the orcs refuse to follow you. You mock the fallen and dishonor their sacrifices.
Dishonor them? I'll honor them by separating your head from your body. Iceheart's blade is mine. Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule. You don't know how good that feels. Your fond Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now. For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to wrap this up in short order. As for me, I can't wait to show off my trophy to the clan chiefs. Yeah, Iceheart's fancy sword. That should prove to the clan chiefs that we killed the warlord. Might even convince the fence-sitters to finally accept me as the rightful king of all the Orsima. I want to check on the supplies the Winterborn stole from us, and get them ready to transport back to the city. Meet me at the keep when you're finished here. I want you there when I tell the chiefs what we accomplished today.
Wait. Let's see if there's anything. Has he got any musings or lore books around here? Okay, guess not.
Let's just do what we came here for and get out of here.
Come here, Kruger!
Yeah! 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 We didn't come for a sermon, priestess. I'm just here to see Kurog.
I meant no offense, Chief Barzrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinomac lies. Let me show you what Malakat thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, clan chiefs. Please excuse us, Solbra. I see our champion has returned.
You? They pulled you into their madness? How disappointing.
As you can see, the clan chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Kurog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, was Kurog successful? Did you defeat the Winterborn warlord? I knew you'd be able to help Kurog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Kurog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield. The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him. They are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Kurog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend that the old ways are so much better.
There's something to be said. Traditions can have their place, but you shouldn't necessarily block out every... Ooh. All new ideas. Ooh, I think after this is over, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions. We need to become a modern society if we want the other kingdoms to respect us, to take us seriously. King Kurog will make that happen.
Excellent! Everyone's here. The time has come. Swear allegiance to me. Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule.
This again, Kurog? Why should we submit to you this time?
Behold! I wield the blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supplies. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that.
You ask much, Kurog. To turn away from Malakath. To abandon our most cherished customs.
Bazrog, my old friend. Your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Kurog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King! Idiot! Chief! I am your king. You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
You embark on a dangerous path, Kurog. We won't forget this.
treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Ice Heart's sword! How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule? More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malakath or insult my honor. It infuriates me! How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions? Targak, it was all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Bosrog and Dular think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier. For now, no. Go explore Hrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge, find me at my private tavern in the city. I'm sure I'll have something that requires your specific skill set by then.
Stay away from the bars. The Khajiit's claws aren't filed down. If you lose an eye, it's your own fault.
This one shouldn't be here. It was Agolus who stole from the king, not poor Zabani. Zabani met Agolus on the way to Orsinium. Many dangers line the road, so we traveled together. We celebrated our arrival with drinks. When this one returned from the privy, the guard accused Zabani of stealing from the king. Of what? She does not know. Gone. Zabani was a fool to trust him. This one remembers he mentioned his camp. Why would a traveler have a camp unless he was a bandit? Please, free Zabani. She has nowhere else to turn. Agolus always wrote in a journal. Zabani is certain his plans to frame her are within. This one saw a map inside his journal. To his bandit camp? Not far. This one can show you. Please, find the journal and prove Zabani's innocence. Zabani does not know. They will not tell her. They say it was the king's property, but will not explain. This one thinks she will rot in this cell until it is found, or until she is proven innocent. Zabani enjoyed walking behind him. It was like watching the rolling ocean. This one is not usually distracted in such a way. Perhaps Agolus relied on this to trick her.
I guess I'll do this.
Ready to ride. Yeah.
I hate this place. Nothing but dried red and old turnips to eat.
Yeah.
Stretch your legs, Kruger. We'll be on the hunt soon.
Excuse me. Remember me? From the Winterborn ambush? The caravan? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, I'll go solve this. I gotta go help Khajiit first.
Building up a stash. Good thinking. Good eye.
Second wind.
Better overstocked than under.
Let's move.
Their loss, our gain.
Excuse me. Remember me? From the Winterborn ambush? The caravan? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm ignoring you because I've got other things to do.
The orcs smell, the Nords are rude, and the Bretons...
Yeah.
Poor Zabani. Why will none believe that a Gola stole from the king, not her? Oh? What did you find? Do not keep Zabani suspended. This one knew you walked with Canarti's luck. Quickly, show them to Warden Org. Zabani can already taste her freedom.
Keep away from the Khajiit. If I see you pass her anything, you'll end up in your own cell. She knows. They tell me enough. There's a place in town called the King's Corner Club. The guard arrested her for stealing from there. Something that belongs to the king. That's all I know. No idea. Some of King Kurog's favorite things are inside that club. Between you and I, the guard wants to keep this quiet until they find out whatever it is. If the king doesn't notice it's missing, there's no problem. A witness reported her to the guard, saw her take the object before heading to the privy. She could have hidden it then. Eventually, she'll tell us where it is. Till then, she stays in here. I don't know, some elf. I have prisoners to watch. Be on your way or join her in the cell. Oh? What information?
They may have worked together, but she backstabbed, so.
That's what she's been saying for days. Huh. You've done the guard a true service. Anything else you need? I can't argue with evidence. I'll turn this over to the guard and release the prisoner.
Zabani will head to the Greedy Gut. Meet her there, yes?
Excuse me. Remember me? From the Winterborn ambush? The caravan? Hey!
This is so much better than a cell. Zabani thought her fur would never recover. Thank you for pitying this one's predicament. Here, take this. There is honor among thieves. Some of us at least. Perhaps I'll see you around the Outlaw's Refuge. I didn't expect Hrothgar to be so harsh. Next time I won't be so eager to find a partner. I came to Hrothgar because, well, I fled. Things were too hot. Temperature and, otherwise. Agolus reminded me of someone from home. Said he could get me into the Thieves' Guild, so I jumped at the chance to prove myself. Jumped right into a cell. A buzz landing. The jewel of Kefram. If you hid the jewel up a camel's arse to smuggle it past the dockmaster. I do miss it. Rathgar is too harsh a place for me. Truly? Well, perhaps you are right. By now, everything should be settled. All right. I'll restore my funds and catch the next ship out. Perhaps I'll see you there.
Buy and sell, here and now.
Wait, I could just sell the extra shit to the...
Excuse me. Remember me? From the Winterborn ambush? The carrot...
Cooking is usually woman's work, but what can I say? I've always favored...
I need to break down some of this jewelry. Oh wow, I think with all that, I think I've gotten all the sets. And I'm just going to break down all these jewelries real quick.
Won't you take pity on me?
Mages Guild. Yeah, the Mages Guild has the... Oh yeah, the jewelry has the... I mean, the Mages Guild has the whatchamadoodle. Ayy. Yeah, definitely. It's about 1:12. Definitely time to go to bed. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all have a good night.